Okay, so today I've got a concealer video for you today. It is the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. It comes with the concealer in a pump bottle and a little sponge right on top. And I was just trying to pump this out a minute ago, and it took forever to get some to try and get close to where I could pump it. So let's see if we can get some out. This is thick. I mean, it's like I'm pushing this down and it's like not wanting, there we go, to come out. Like, it's like really hard. So very creamy. This is the shade Light, but it looks not that light. So I mean, for me it might be okay, but just not that light. So all right, I am dabbing in with the little sponge provided. The sponge is kind of rubbery, and it's not as soft as like a regular beauty sponge that I would use, like the EcoTools sponge or the Real Technique sponge. So I don't have very high hopes for this, but we're gonna try it out anyway. And I made the mistake of looking at some reviews of this product, and they were not glowing, let me just say that. So we'll just see. All right, so I don't know. So far, it's looking pretty good. All right, so this sponge is not that great in my opinion, and I feel like it's making it harder for me to work with the product. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a brush and see if we can't blend that out. This is very, I don't know if maybe because it's starting to set down, it's really very sticky feeling. But the coverage is looking really good so far. Really good so far. But honestly, did I bring my, okay. I have, this brush is fine, but I feel like I almost want to pick up any excess product with a regular sponge. I don't care for the small sponge. It's just taking too much time. It's almost too small. Like, I like a bigger sponge that can really like just get the whole job done quickly. That's a personal preference. I don't think the sponge is absolutely terrible. I mean, it was working a little bit, but for me, I want something a little bit bigger, or a brush. Honestly, looking at this, I'm thinking not bad at all. I'm gonna add a teeny weeny tiny bit. Okay, it is starting to set down on my hand, and I got way too much, which makes me feel like this is gonna set down, which is, so far, that seems like a good thing, because sometimes these glowy concealers and stuff can crease if they don't set. And this is looking really I mean, it is looking a little bit glowy under my eyes, but I gotta say, I'm not hating it. I feel like it's not looking bad at all from a faraway distance. Let me grab a close-up look, give you guys a little bit of a close-up look. Get my mirror here, and I will give you guys a close-up look. Okay, so I would say this coverage is really good. Like, I didn't try it on my darker eye, but on this eye, it's looking real good. So, I mean, it's pretty difficult for me to have a good concealer for the amount of darkness that I have. But as you can see, like even right here, it's looking a tiny bit gray, but that happens with almost every concealer that I've ever tried. So I really am not going to hold that against it. It might almost be too dark, or what I might do with a concealer like this that's looking this good and that as a first impression, I'm really thinking is pretty nice. I would probably put the concealer on first as a 2-in-1, like a color corrector and concealer in one, and then put my foundation over top of it, but just really gently over the eye area, just really, really gently, so that my face it'll blend in with the skin and my foundation, so it won't look just like an orange eye and then like white everywhere else. So, okay, so as a first impression, I gotta say, it's looking pretty good. But the reviews that I looked at, most of the people were upset about the packaging. Like, they thought the product was amazing, but the packaging was hard to dispense, which it was, and it's hard to control how much pumps out at a time. So for those things, and let me see if I have Oh, I don't have the receipt, I don't think. Let me check. I might have the receipt. I should have thought of that earlier, but I didn't. Nope, not that one. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Here we go. All right, I got this at Walmart, and it was $10, $9.83 for that concealer. But consider you get the concealer, and inside, let me check the amount of product. I want to say this one has 0.37 ounces, which is a lot of concealer compared to most concealers. So you get more product and you get the little sponge. So if you end up liking it, I think that's a pretty good deal. And also with a concealer like this, you could even mix it like with your foundation if you wanted to add a little bit more coverage. And it's looking really nice on my skin. It feels a little bit tacky, but it is starting to set down on my hand, so I feel like it probably will set down and prevent it from creasing and transferring and all that. So far as a first impression, I'm thinking it's pretty good. I'll wear it for the rest of the day though, and I will update my thoughts in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!